as their Eagles will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Through the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Hicks able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. First down, Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Caught here by Conley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
58, Royal.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back of the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan to attack him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
82.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Looking deep for his tight end. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City set to get the football, the #1 seed, rolling over the Colts last weekend. Now they get New England, and because, of course, they're the #1 seed, Charles, they're going to get them at home. And they look so good against the Colts. It's like they were angry of all that Chiefs can't win at home talk.
Yeah, and think about their head coach, Andy Reid. Remember, he was 1-4 in Kansas City in playoff games. People keep talking about you win a lot of regular season games. When is that going to translate to the postseason and possibly getting to the Super Bowl? Well, they move on in an impressive way over the Colts. And now what a matchup. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, but they get them at home in Arrowhead Stadium.
Yes, sir. Popcorn, please. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air.
Let's 5-7. Let's go.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to... That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 52 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Here we go. Sunday.
And they'll run it here with Adams. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Adams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game just like in the NFC where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season. It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough, but Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. 9 Nigel Bradham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 8 yards out, and the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Possession back to Philadelphia here, and for the Eagles, 6 weeks ago, if you take a step back, all the loss. And then the Eagles able to win 5 of their last 6, get the 6th and final spot in the playoffs. It came up just a little bit short against New Orleans.
Just a little bit short, but remember, they had a bunch of games on the road down the stretch in order to make this happen, and they got it done to get to the playoffs. So I thought a remarkable finish for head coach Doug Peterson and the leaders of his team. Never let the locker room get away. Hung in there and battled. Nick Foles playing for Carson Wentz. The defense, a bunch of no-names coming together and playing well. I still think the future is awfully bright in Philadelphia if they have health in 2019.
It's complete left side to Aguilar. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz now on first down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
3-5-7.
Again, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey from 19 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
87. 81. What's your son?
Into the red zone. Wentz being chased out left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Cup. That's caught inside the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 47 yards. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
A carry for Adams. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is incomplete. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. An Eagle first down, Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. 4 toes, go. 57. Here,
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here we go. 120. Lion. What's your son? 59-5. Check. Let's go, D. Kill. What's your son?
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Great. Black, come on. Go. What's your son?
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Going long here for he's got it at the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he knocks it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 64 yards. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin here with Adams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Wentz to throw on second down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, here's Adams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. One final try from Mahomes. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their